G'day everybody, it's Dave from Wing Chun Mind Force. My bus talk today by my beautiful riverbank. I want to talk about something very interesting. Those who follow my channel remember me talking and emphasizing the idea of Sao, S-A-U we spell it in English, the Chinese word meaning hand, and it literally means from the elbow to the fingertips. And all throughout the Wing Chun forms and Chi Sao, we use the Sao. And I'm really big on the consciousness of your Sao, actually holding in your mind the feeling of your elbow right through to your fingertips as pretty much like a weapon. It's your body weapon, and also we'll move that to the legs. If you think of your knee to your toes, that's also a type of Sao. In anatomy, legs are essentially really big arms. Your heels are thumbs, and these are also called phalanges, which is what the toes of the toes are called phalanges, fingers are called phalanges in the Latin. Because I went to art school and studied anatomy of art, I really noticed how the legs mimic the arms. So the point of today's talk is that yesterday I was watching Sigung's sixth form DVD, which has got this fantastic English translation. And Sigung's talking about Chum Kyu, and he's demonstrating this part in Chum Kyu. And he's got I guess I'd call him Sisuk Ma, terrific practitioner in Hong Kong, demonstrating with him. And Sigung sort of shows if somebody's coming at you with two hands, we pivot and go like this. And he calls it Bil Jee. He calls it the Bil Jee arms. I thought that's very interesting, and I went back over it. And I realized that what he was saying was that Bil Jee means darting fingers or shooting fingers, but for him it seemed to be this Sao is thought of as Bil Jee. And when we do Bil Jee, it's all that. But what I realized, and I've realized for quite a long time, is that in the West we're obsessed with boxing and fists, clenched fists, whereas in Wing Chun we do have punches, but if you think about it, our forms are absolutely chock-a-block full of Sao, full of this Bil Jee sort of thing. So it's always your Sao moving in a Bil Jee sort of way, you know, bang, this sort of thing. It's all Bil Jee. That part of your body moving, applying force, taking in the other's force, drinking in force and sending force back, coming in when you know somebody's got a strong guard up, crashing through them, not like bang like that, but your mind is in the whole arm, and it just comes through like a great big waddy, like a sword, like a stick. And my friend Tony Blenkow calls them wrecking bars. Actually, no, I think he calls them baseball bats. Sorry, I think it's Sigung Chu that calls them wrecking bars, talking about Gan Sao as wrecking bars. And it's a slight change in the mind from whacking to having this whole thing. So we tend to think fist, bang like that, but really in Wing Chun, these are our weapons. They're like our swords. They basically are. If you get the swords and put them on your arm, you'll find they're the same length. That's how they're supposed to be. If you get them custom made, they should be from the handle to the tip, should be the length from your inner arm to the tip of your fingers. I'm sure that's right. I don't think it's from the elbow. it's so you don't cut yourself with the sharp ones when you're moving. But that's, you know, one of the first lessons I got in Wing Chun back in '97. Whoever's teaching me, one of my Sihings said, imagine your arms are like wooden swords, or like swords. And I actually drew that in my book. And it still to this day resonates with me that's, you think right through, everything we're doing is always that. You're just conscious of that moving in space, feeling it wherever it is. So I lie in bed at night when I'm going to bed and hold my arms up like this, and I really just feel that. And it's just an exercise. I also got that idea from Tony Blancow. I saw him doing it one night in the youth hostel we were staying at. This was back in 2014 for an Australian Wing Chun Federation conference, and he and I had amazing 4 hours of chi sao and talking about the ways of Wing Chun. And my arms were glowing with energy after doing that session. And I remember watching him, and he was lying there like that. I thought, oh, that's good. So I started doing that. So for the last 9 years or so, I do that practically every night. And it's just about proprioceptively really concentrating your mind on the feeling of your arms. So everything you do, whether it's chi sao, doing the forms, even punching the bag, whatever you're doing, remember that the whole arm from elbow to fingertip is your weapon, your sao, and it's also the darting fingers. It's Bil Jee, and Wing Chun builds up in a very, very, very logical way right up till, you know, all the things that we do in the first 3 forms, you find them all throughout. You know, the dummy, we do the same things in the dummy. You know, the dummy's full of the first 3 forms, and it puts things together in very interesting ways. And the leg sao, as I was talking about, is there. And I want to do a lot more about kicking on this channel. I've just got to get a partner so I can demonstrate it with. If you live locally to me, please put yourself forward to be on my videos. I'd love somebody to help me just demonstrate how to make your arms act the way how to understand that your arms should be just like your legs. Your legs should just be like your arms. Your leg sao the same as the arm sao. So that's it, Bil Jee, darting fingers. It's right through the whole thing. Have a meditate when next time you do the forms. Just think about how much you're doing darting fingers. It's just constantly in there. It's constantly in there. Even the bong sao. It's just rolling around. This is rolling and moving and slicing. It's all pretty wonderful. Okay, I'll leave it at that. See you later.